Lord, that you open up the mind and the hearts of your people. Lord, as I begin to open my mouth, Lord, I ask that you speak through me. Lord, I ask that you sit me down and you take over. These are not many blessings we ask in your son Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. If I can have a topic for today, it will be the giants just keep on coming. We have read or heard this story at least 1,000 times. The story of this young shepherd boy, David, and this huge problem named Goliath. Jesus.